How do? Burns TR2. What are we doing today? Today we are going to try and put some colour on this. Try. I don't know if we're going to get it done today. Today's Friday and I need to edit the video tonight, tomorrow to get it up for Sunday. Don't think we're going to get everything done. This might be a bit more of a slow burn. Possibly. Who knows? I've got a whole bunch of customer work to do. Thank you for people that are actually bringing me guitars. Much obliged. And that's taking up the main focus of my time. But this does need some work. As you can tell, this is all scripted and very well thought out, and I don't just pick things up and start looking at them and go, the fuck am I going to do? I think we're going to need to make like a moody brown. Bordering on black, but like super moody. And we need to come in around here and touch this whole area up because this is just epoxy. Like the whole neck got smashed out of it. So this is just epoxy. So we need to come in and do all this. This has just been sanded back. So we might just go up a couple of grits quickly around here just so it blends in a bit better. And the same on the back. Like technically, there needs to be a plate there, which we'll have a look at sorting something out. And the same, this is, I think, glue. So that should all sand out, he says. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. But yeah, moody brown. Start shooting some bits up through there. What we're going to do is come in and just shoot a little bit up the sides as well, just to hide some of the bits and pieces. Moody up a few bits. The neck is okay. We'll probably leave that. And we're like, this thing is fucked, like properly fuckified. So I'm not super worried about making this look pristine, because the body's not. It's absolutely beat to fuck. And I love it. There's loads of binding repairs that need to be done. There's loads of stuff. It's never going to look 100%. It's just going to make it look marginally nicer than shit, I think, is probably where we're going to be going with it. Annoyingly, been trying to find some pickup rings that are the right size. Cannot find anything that's big enough. Can find the right width, cannot find the length. There's a mum joke there, isn't there? Old Tysco ones and stuff like that, they're close, but not close enough. And really annoyingly, cannot find these bridges, the original ones, for love nor money. And then I saw a fucked one on eBay come up for sale for like no money. But I've already routed the hole for a Jazzmaster bridge, which is annoying. Such is life, isn't it? Yeah, so there might not be an update on this next week. Probably depends how far I get with this and building it up. And we need to put some colour up the binding and stuff like that. And I'm not really set up to film spraying. I don't really want to be putting my phone near my spray booth, because I can't afford a new phone. Covering it overspray is probably not a great idea. So, let's get on with mixing some stuff. This is my basket of colours and stains and whatnot, and we're going to be using the Mohawk Ultraflow Ultra Bond, which is great for any touch-up repair and bits and pieces. It's a US product. In the UK, you can get it from Morels. They generally have to order it in for you. Sometimes it's at their like main warehouse, and they can ship it down. Open a cash account with them, and then they'll deliver it to you, because they aren't in every town. It was fine in Maidstone, but I think the nearest one to me is now Ipswich or some shit, which is like an hour and a bit away. So that we're going to use the 60 sheen, because we don't want super high gloss. We're also going to use a tiny wee bit of, however the fuck you pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. But this is also really good stuff. I've got their little detail touch-up brushes, pens. This is like the blush remover. So if you do get any moisture trapped in there or anything like that, a little bit of that just helps it disappear. You need to use that if you're like steaming a neck off and you blush the finish. Like, yeah, you need to spray some of that on it. You can get away with wiping meths on it. Wouldn't recommend it. And this stuff, the Mohawk Perfect Blend, is really good. I think it's pretty much just like straight chemicals. There's no real like carrier lacquer in it or anything. It's just solvent, but it will help just blend the new lacquer to the old lacquer and just get it to flow in. Because sometimes you can get like a ghost line. Because we'll put some colour down, then we'll put some clear over it. So you've got something to sand back and buff out. But sometimes you can just see like a little wavy line where you've been, if you catch it in the light, and shooting some of this on it kind of helps get rid of that. So if you're doing touch-up repairs, get some of that. All right, let's shift you in. Stop me waffling. And let's try and make a moody brown. Right, let's have a look. Trying to find a moody brown. Got some. These are the well, it's a mixture of morels and chestnut stains. We've got brown mahogany, which is more like this sort of tone. Antique mahogany. So I'm just looking at the trails in the bottom. That's quite nice. What else have we got? What else have we got? Chestnut brown mahogany. That's very brown. No, I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that one. What else have we got? English walnut. Mid. I'm just seeing if I've got anything that's close without really having to faff too much. Just make my life easier than here. Dark Jacobean. What's this look like? These are the chestnut spirit stains. So you can stick them in a lacquer. Well, that's definitely black, isn't it? Well, that might be. Ooh. That might do it. Maybe some of that with some hint of brown in it. As you can tell, I'm super professional at this. We are just. Yeah, I might do some English walnut and some dark Jacobean. That might be the one. Let's find out. Let's find out. Right. Some of that. Little squirt of that. This helps to, one, stop any blushing in the finish, but two, also thin it enough to go through your airbrush. So you don't really need to add thinners and such like. That's nice. That's not a bad brown, actually. That one, a few drops of it. That's quite a nice trans brown. It's probably coming more into this sort of shade. No. Maybe a tiny wee bit darker. Maybe a couple of little drops of some dark Jacobean. I think I might need a bit more dark in it. It's a bit on the translucenty side still. Well, it's not the end of the world if we've got to build up some layers, but I think we'll have a little spray of that. Right, let's see if I can get you round into the spray booth enough that you can see what I'm doing. Right, very basic spray booth setup, and I mean very basic. Got the air pressure dialed in. Don't know whether that's focusing, not overly well. But we've got like a moody brown. I'm only gonna do a bit of this without having a mask on, so we're just gonna come in. I might even have to make it black to get over those, because I think it's fine for the rest of it, but it's not dark enough for around those bits. I don't know. Right, I'm going to put you down, put a mask on, and I'll have a play. I'll dig you out in a second. Right, I got to scrape the binding back. I couldn't be asked to tape it up. I kind of wanted to come right in on the binding anyway, as there was a lot of white showing and bits. I wanted to get some colour on them. But we've got moody black on all, or moody brown on all that. I ended up putting a bit more dark Jacobean for this bit and the back. the sides was just the colour I made. I think that looks quite nice, quite moody. Show over the back again. I've got to scrape that little bit of binding back, and the same. Oh, let me stand up. Hang on. Here we go. It's heavy. As I dump a load of dust over everything. But here we go. I reckon that looks quite nice. Just going to give it a very light sand back. We'll let that flash off. Very light sand back. And then we'll scrape the binding back. Put some amber over everything. And then shoot some clear on it. All right then. There we go. That's got a wet coat on it, so that'll dry back. We'll probably buff everything out, but I might end up just matting that down just a little skosh, just so it's a bit more vibey. Made like a moody orangey yellow. It kind of matches in with the rest of the binding. Done all that. Sprayed that in. Got it on the bursty bit over the transition. I don't want to touch it too much because it's soaking wet. The binding's a weird colour. I can't match that colour perfectly. I had a few attempts at it, but definitely a weird one. But this one probably won't be for sale. This will be for me, so I'm happy with it. But there we go. I might moody the binding up a little bit more in places just to make it look a bit more aged. But yeah, we'll let that cure for a week and then give it a very light sanding, buff it out, and job done.